Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 999 Gaming with a video for The Walking Dead, and this is Negan Kills comments. So many theories out there. One thing that I like to do, and I've always liked to do this with my subs to get a little bit closer in the network a little bit more, is I like to do sub shouts and read some of your comments and respond, because as a YouTuber, you do a video, you definitely expose yourself. You know, people say, well, in video number 5, you said this, and I like to put a lot of different theories out there. And what it does, it creates a forum, because people have usually intelligent conversation around that. Now, I know some people, there's some angry people, and I'll probably show you some of the comments here, where they want to make a point, but they're so passionate about it, they start out and, you effing idiot, and you don't do this. And I usually don't take a lot of consideration to people that that's the first thing that come out of their mouth. However, when you do create an intelligent argument, you definitely have a right to disagree. We're not all going to see things the same way. But how you present your argument definitely says a lot about who you are and the character of who you are. So I want to look at some of your responses, good, bad, and ugly, and also some interesting things about some of you that I've learned in reading through. I've tried since I had 1 subscriber to read as many personal comments as I can. And right now, when you have a video that has 10, 15, 20,000 comments, it's hard to respond to every single person. I do try to respond to some of you guys, but the easiest thing to do is to put up on screen and to talk about it, because you guys analyze me, so I like to go back and analyze you so I can take a look at, hey, you know, what videos do you guys like? What videos have you guys posted? Some people come on and say, this is the dumbest video ever, and then I watch one of the ones on their channel, and I would disagree. Or the kind of videos that you guys like, I think is kind of funny as well too. So let's take a look. Let's start out top of the list here. Ian says killing Abe would ruin Negan. I don't know how it would ruin Negan, but give me some more facts in there, Ian. You can definitely make a strong argument, but I'd like to at least know which direction you're going with that. Clark says you can tell because the person that Negan kills isn't facing the RV. You know, a lot of people had that theory. However, I think some people came back and said they shot it at a different time and the RV was not even in the shot. So don't criticize all of my opinions. Let's take a look at everybody's opinions that are out there. John says, who's Negan? I hope he's joking and he was trying to imitate Abraham. Like, who's Deanna? But either he's trolling Jim, but Jim came back and it's like, you watch The Walking Dead? Obviously he's commenting on it, so I think it probably would be more of a Abraham joke. So John, thanks for your humor. Jim, sorry. I think you just got trolled there, buddy. Joe says, it is Glenn. It has to be Glenn. So a lot of people are saying it has to be Glenn because Glenn doesn't have a contract. I don't know. I'm not his attorney. I'm not his agent, so I don't know if Glenn has a contract or he doesn't. A lot of people have said that, but let me know where you guys get your facts. Link it. I see. Randy says, didn't you see the shadow when he said it? So there's a lot of shadow theories out there. Let me tell you guys a shadow theory. Well, I got everybody's attention. And I think this is a little bit more than a theory. It might even be a joke, because Scott Gimple said that when we filmed the Negan scene, we had to set up a little rig. Now, a rig is a little stand they put the camera on, but little rig could be Chandler rig. Hey, don't leave yet. Don't turn the video off. Little rig could be a joke. These guys do have a sense of humor. Now, when I watched the Negan scene, and I've seen the images of Negan drawing the bat back, there is a shadow on Negan's chest. It is undeniable there's a shadow there. But I think it's a joke. I don't think it lends to the fact that he kills Carl. And if you watch the video in slow motion, go back and watch it. I won't Photoshop the images, but I did. I tried to see where the folds on Negan's leather jacket is, and I thought, okay, that's just the material folding. No, there's a shadow there, and I don't know if this was a joke, and they put Carl's hat on top of the camera when they filmed it, but when he draws back, it looks like a silhouette of a hat. I swear to you guys, you can go back and watch it. I'll post a still. I didn't believe it when I first saw it, and I went back and did every frame of that in slow motion. There is a shadow there. Don't know. I know there's going to be conspiracy theories out there. I'm not even put that out there as a theory right now. I'm just telling you guys what I saw, but I think it's more of a joke that when Gimple said we had to build a little rig, that they, it's another little Easter egg that they're throwing out there. Because I don't think Carl died, but the people that are on board with that definitely saw the same thing that we saw with the shadow. So take it for what it's worth, people. Seth says, you really don't want Glenn dead, do you? Seth, I'm neutral. It's not going to affect me a lot if Glenn dies. And in fact, I love Abraham, even though I was on board, probably one of the first of saying that Abraham is going to die. And, the video got a lot of comments and a lot of tractions. And let me tell you a couple things. First of all, here's why I feel Abraham's going to die. Not just because of the hair POV and the other things. The Orange Crush, to me, I think was a huge, huge red flag. Number 2, because he is the Orange Crush. Number 2, Denise took his death, and I think they saved him for this moment. Now, you guys can disagree with this, but this is just my opinion. Number 3, the conversation with Sasha. Abe is changing. And whether you want Abe in all-out war or not, he's becoming soft. He wants a family. And I think that is the sign in these type of shows that he's probably on his way out. Now, he may or may not be. I may be completely wrong on it, but that's why I feel that Abe is the chosen person. However, as I look more and more into this movie deal that Glenn has, Mayhem, I would not be surprised if it's Glenn and Abe. I would not be surprised if it's two people. And I know the first thing, when I first mentioned that comment, right after this happened, all the people are so passionate about their characters, they said, no, they're not going to kill two people. It's impossible. But now as we get further away from it, people are more receptive to the fact that season 7 could start out with this major event of either two people dying or two people getting hit or beyond one person. And here's why I would further that argument along, is there's some characters in waiting that can really be developed. Spencer can be developed. Morgan can be really emphasized a little bit more. Ezekiel is going to come onto the show. Jesus is going to come onto the show. So all these characters we've wrapped ourselves around, don't think that new characters can't come in and take their place, because they very well can if they focus on them for 3 or 4 episodes. So I know that we love our Glens, and I know we love our Abes, and I know we love our Daryls, but we loved our Shanes as well too. And Shane was a big part of the show, major character, probably one of the top ones that got killed off. And we moved on, right? So I think we'd move on from some of the other ones. But back to your comment, if Glenn dies, I'm going to deal with it. Just like anything else, I'll move on to the next character. Gunslinger actually said, dude, I heard somewhere that the season 7 premiere was going to be one hell of a shocker. I think when Scott Gimple said, we owe you something big, I agree with that. And I think if you thought the cliffhanger, whether you're mad about it or not, was good, season 7, it might be one of the best shows in history, because I think it's going to answer, well, first of all, it's going to answer a lot of questions, but I think there's some things that, even though we try to do our CSI and our investigative research, there's some things we're missing. But there, you know what? There's also some things, I guarantee you, whether you can say it's proof or not proof, there's some things we're right about, and that's the purpose of these forums. It's not clickbait. It's not to get you guys to come on here and to trick you into something. It's to get you to open up and discuss in a, hopefully, an intelligent manner, although some people are very angry about it. For example, in this one, we're going to name it Negan Kills Comments, because we're going to talk about comments. Not try to trick you to get here, but it's to get you here so you talk about it and we can analyze a few more theories. I learn a lot from your points of view. I've learned a lot about the comics from your points of view, because I am not an avid graphic novel comic book reader, but a lot of you guys are, and I love to go back and read your comments. And I've been doing this since day number 1 on YouTube, is interacting with my subs and the people that comment on videos. You guys take the time to comment. Most of the time I'm going to take the time to read it. I might not agree with it, but it's a lot of fun. So Natalie says, I totally agree with you. Thanks, Natalie. Appreciate that. Shadow, are you sure he got killed? Because didn't he say he was going to beat the shit? He said, I'm going to beat the holy hell out of one of you. But I assume with the amount of swings there that resulted in the death of someone, if not multiple someones. Jay and Mia. Well, it's not a girl. I don't think Negan said he didn't kill women, Jay, and I know for a fact he has killed a woman. I just don't think he's killed a woman with Lucille. Comic book readers, back in the archives, if you guys can leave in the comments so I'm correct on that. See, if Negan kills Daryl, it's the end of the line for me. A lot of people say that. They can say they'll riot. I don't think so. I think they'll be back. Maybe skip an episode, but what are you going to do on Sunday nights? You're going to watch. Don't lie. Dylan, could Negan have been one of the people that were banished from Alexandria? I don't think so. I don't know the Negan storyline, but there again, I don't think that's what happened to him. PETA says, you must have a hearing loss, and so do a lot of your followers, because it's very clear he says, Mag. I don't think it's Mag. That could be a sheep in the back. It would have been bad, like Mag. Yeah, it's probably a sheep. It's a sheep that Negan had in the RV for whatever reason. Marissa, how could you be so sure that it's Abraham? In the comics, Negan killed Glenn. The first whack that Negan took to Glenn's head, he says, he's taking it like a champ. Yeah, and then the second one, he broke his jaw. So, yep, it's just a theory. We're talking about it. But yes, let's move forward here. Clash with hoops. All these theories are bull. Fans are so grasping for straws for evidence that is weak. Just wait. Okay. Let's see what your theories are. Let's take a look here. Walking Dead, No Man's Land. Sometimes I just like to zoom in here and see what you guys do. So yes, we're taking advice from a Clash of Clans expert. Okay, gotcha. You're an authority, no problem. All right, moving forward. Max Lee, let's see. Superman. So let's make something clear. This theory is not the ultimate theory. Okay. Sounded good, though, didn't it? All right, but we got that clear. You're right, Superman. It's not the ultimate theory. Or is it? Max, this is such BS. So Max Lee, see Negan, let's see, swings at Glenn, says he's taking it like a champ. Let's see what Max likes to watch. Max is a Chris Brown fan. Max, that says a lot about you. We'll stop there. Max likes Chris Brown. In the Cube box, do you know that Robert Kirkman confirmed himself that Negan was created to kill off Glenn? Well, and he did in the comics, but we don't know what's going to happen with the show, and that's why it's important that we get together and talk about it a little bit. This is our forum. It's the way we kind of vent. Let's see. Alex, hey, bro. I think you got a point because I remember the camera angle. See? Could be. David, I agree. Abraham's a strong candidate to kill. He's dead at this point in the books. That was really... and look, we can dissect that as well, too. We can say, well, they saved him to go to all-out war because that's what Kirkman said, or we can say they saved him to have him meet Lucille because they wanted him for this scene. It's debatable. If they kill Abraham, it's going to be a very big disappointment. What if they kill 2 people? Would that still be a disappointment? Because Glenn could get it, and Abraham could get it too. Let's see. What's up, Sally? Not mean to pick on your videos are quite good. Okay, you can stop there. I'll give you a thumbs up for that. Let's see. I think Abraham, because Negan, he tells him, you can breathe, you can blink, you can cry. You're all going to be doing that soon. All right, yeah, we know. We saw it. But let's see. We heard a man breathing. I don't think it was Abraham. And we heard Sasha's voice. Okay, I know the breathing, but how about the blinking and the crying? All right. Yasmin, I like where you're going here, but you got to finish the thought there, dear. All right. Matt, it's Glenn. You can hear right before take it. He says, Mac, I think we've confirmed that was a sheep. All right, just going to say it again. Let's see. What's up, Hannah? Let's see. What does Ty say? Tyrone. I believe it's Carl. When Negan's left side, Carl lost his right eye. So from the POV, Negan would hit him. You know what? Good opinion. Look, I'm not going to dog out your opinion. I know that I'm the one putting up the videos and exposing myself. But you know what? I'm going to give you a thumbs up for your opinion. It's called the Negan swing based on which eye Carl lost theory. Let's see. Miss Sterno says, Steno? Yeah, there's no R there. Sorry. Sterno is one of those things that you light up in order to make fondue, I think. Sorry. Miss Steno. Good job, Kills, about finding out the mayhem. Yeah, check that out if you guys want to see on IMBD. There's a little bit of the mayhem and the role. And I posted in a previous video as well, too. Let's see. My favorite is when people say, your theory is total BS, you have no idea what's going to happen, and then they leave a theory. That's like the ultimate paradox, right? Like, you don't know what's going to happen, but I do. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. Fem Meow says, 999 Gaming, I think you're onto something with trying to use the audio clues process of elimination. I do think there are clues there. And look, they said there's not clues you can piece together, but there's going to be clues that we can sort of attach ourselves to that help us to either process what we think, because it's going to be a long 6 months. Come on, people. This is why we're doing the videos. If you don't like watching the videos and you don't like participating in the fact that we're going to theorize it, don't watch the video. Don't come onto a video that people are talking about it and say, I don't like these theories and I'm not going to watch, but you just did. Okay? Just saying. Samantha, what's up? Whoops, should have watched the other video. Yeah, I did several. And look, I did a Glenn video, I did a Daryl video, but I went back and I did multiple Abraham videos because that's what I'm most passionate about. But then I did the one yesterday, not to kind of sway your opinion, but just let you know, hey guys, if you don't know there's a Mayhem movie out there with Stephen Yeun in it, check it out because this could be something that impacts it. And if you know what, if I find what I think is important information that you guys can say is evidence or whatever, I may post a video tomorrow or the day after, just so we keep talking about it a little bit. So hopefully you enjoy talking about it. If you don't watch. Okay, moving forward. It's Abraham, the way he looks at Negan. It's not Glenn or Abraham. Norman Reedus said it was going to be his last season on the show a couple weeks before the finale. When did he say that? I mean, I get it, but you guys, sometimes I think you guys are making stuff up. So, yeah, I need to hear where Norman Reedus said that. Because wouldn't that ruin all the cliffhanger if he actually said that? Nope. Oh, it's my favorite. Let's see. Stanley says it makes sense. All right, Les, here we go. I'm going to humor you. Nope. Negan killed ... the cameraman. Oh, we haven't seen that 5,000 times. I think that, yeah, Negan killed the cameraman. What are you going to say next? That Glenn crawled under a dumpster? Yeah, we haven't heard that one yet either. Let's see, it's Glenn. I did hear one that Glenn climbed under the RV. I did like that because that was definitely a little bit different. Dylan Brennan, I'm with you. Okay, look, you don't have to give me, all you got to do is say you're with me there, buddy. You don't have to give me the explanation, but yeah, we'll. Also, another thing about this, most people think big goodbye scene with Abraham. That's what I think. I think it wasn't Eugene saying goodbye. It was Abraham. He did the bro hug. They focused in on the grip. It's like, I don't want to let you go, bro. But I got to. All right, what everyone fails to remember is that the scenes of Negan's choosing who meets Lucille were cut in such a way that we don't see the character. No, I don't think people, Gwen, I don't think people fail to remember that. I mean, we're discussing it. The reason Negan does the eeny, meeny, miny, mo things because he can't decide. He's not going to land on someone and be like, nope, she's sick. Nope, he's Rick. Nope, this guy. Okay, that's a good point. But is he going to land on Glenn and say, yep, you were in the comic? Ah, I got you with that one, didn't I? Yeah, I give myself a thumbs up for that. Let's see, I knew it was going to be Abraham when Denise took the arrow to the face. Did you know it was going to be Abraham at the time Denise took the arrow to the face? Or did you know it was going to be Abraham later on and then you did deductive reasoning, said, oh, it's got to be Abraham? Just asking. Let's see, we know. Let's see, my two candidates are Abraham and Michonne. Michonne? Or Michonne. Say it like they do in Atlanta, please. I know you guys want it to be politically correct and say Michonne. But if you've ever been to Georgia, you'll know that hey y'all, Michonne, it's two words. I mean, her name, you could just kind of chop it like right here in the middle and you could have me, Sean. All right. Babar. How can you tell it's Daryl? First of all, it's not Daryl. Okay. Why didn't you say that first? Why'd you even ask me how can I tell it's Daryl when you say, first of all, it's not Daryl? Abraham was the first to come to mind when I heard him say, take it like a champ. Read more. Ta-da! I like when people do that too. It's like they put a comment and then they're unveiling something. It's like somebody jumping out of a birthday cake. Ta-da! But this is reference and proof that I said it. In fact, Abraham is the one to die. So, thank you for that. Ta-da! Let's see. Ill Angel. What's up, Ill Angel? F this theory. Why the hell would they shoot him, then beat him to death? Let's see what type of history you have here. I don't know. This is kind of new stuff. Yeah. That's a little loud. Sorry. I was just checking. Wasn't sure if you're like a hardcore gamer or a Walking Dead aficionado. Clearly, you are the expert of Walking Dead based on your gameplay videos. Premium Corpse. That's kind of a cool name. You don't look like you could have a name like Premium Corpse. I'm just saying. That's weird. Okay. I don't even know if I should have highlighted over that. It's pretty disgusting, actually. I like watching little children. Yeah. It's one of those moments that you wish you would not have clicked on someone's profile. Can I erase that from my memory, please? Let's see. He's been trying to redeem himself. I see. I don't know that Aaron is killed by Negan. I don't know that Aaron's killed by Negan either. But there is a wax figure of Aaron. Go back and watch one of the other videos that I got posted. It's got some Twitter proof. Let's see. Who else we got here? Okay, I'm not even going to read this over, but I'll let you guys read it, Sigil. It's Michonne. There you go. Okay, Marilyn. Honestly, I think it's Aaron. Donald McRonald. Let's see. You know what would be horrible? We find out that Abraham is the one that gets the bat, but Negan changes his mind and goes ahead and kills off 2 or 3 more people. You know, what if he went on a rampage? That would be kind of... And you are a picture of an evil clown and talking about someone going on a rampage. That's definitely appropriate. Here's one of my viewers. This is Anthony Vickers. This is Ezekiel. I mean, this dude's picture, and I was asking him, was like, is that Ezekiel or is that you? So Anthony's kind of grown out the dreads, but yeah, click on him. He definitely looks like, if you want like foreshadowing that Ezekiel was coming to the kingdom, it is Anthony Vickers. What's up, Anthony? And he left his theories as well too. The human hand grenade. Very sound theory and makes the most sense. My rebuttal. See, okay, you gained complete credibility with me. And look, you didn't have to do it by saying very sound theory. You could have said, Kills, I don't agree with your theory. But look at how neatly organized and professional this is. My rebuttal. The mag that people heard, and I believe, was the end of him saying, look at that. Also, I believe it is Abraham. But look, even if this guy disagreed with me, I'm going to read your comments because it's presented in a way that's not, hey, you effing moron. Okay, whatever. We'll stop with that. Let's see. Haunted Horse. Actually, Rick beats up Negan. Yeah, later on. Let's see. I have to doubt there's Abraham. Wait, didn't you just say it was Abraham up here? Hang on. Did I read all of Donald McRonald? All right, I'll go back at the end of the video. Nico, I'd be very surprised if it's not Abraham. Yeah, I would too, for a lot of different reasons. Agree 100%. To have to make an impact, you take out the strongest member. And Abraham, you definitely get another thumbs up there. And Abraham is bait and too obvious of a choice. Okay, Malcolm. All right, we're going to do this together because a lot of people, I posted a video and said still not beaten. And in the TV show, Negan swings 8 times. Disagree if you want whether 8 is relevant. So you can say they changed it. In the comic, he swings 5 times. So for the 20 people that go back and correct me after I counted it and said it's 7, let me count it with you, Malcolm. So number 1, hit to the head. Number 2, after Glenn got up, hit to the jaw. Then there's a panel of 5. But he's not swinging in all of those. The first panel, he swings. There's 3. He picks the bat back. That's not a swing. Third panel, he swings. It's number 4. Fourth panel, he takes the bat back. Fifth panel, he swings. It's 5 swings. So whether it does prove anything or not, one thing it proves is you guys do not look for the details in the comics, and it's not 7, it's 5. So how about that? That's definitely what it proves. All right, sorry. Just went off. You know, the first person that was wrong, I get it. But when you guys are trying to disprove theories and you can't even count the amount of bat swings, then it doesn't lend a lot of credibility that you guys have an eye for detail, for those of you that don't have an eye for detail. All right. Nope, it's Glenn. Yeah, I don't know. Could be Glenn too. I'm telling you, this movie thing with Mayhem just concerns me though. I wasn't on the Glenn. They're going to do it because of the comics bandwagon. But when I saw all those details and he's going to be filming in Serbia and the time frame of that, it scares me, I got to tell you. Let's see. We got time for a couple more here. Let's see. Girl. What's up, girl? Let's see. They saved Abraham's arrow to the head for a reason. He's getting the bat. I agree with you. So, yep. Let's see. Melissa, love how we have to wait till October. What a joke. And let's see. We got anybody else we want to read here before we close this video? Because we are approaching 23 minutes. Let's see. Laura, I couldn't agree more. If you watch when Negan first steps out from the caravan, he walks straight to Abraham. Then he walks closer to the group. Great theory, man. So, and then Frank says it reminds him of JR in Dallas. So I'm going to stop it there. First of all, I want to thank all of you guys for your support, your comments, your views, especially the people that have done it in a very polite and structured manner. You can definitely disagree with some of the comments, but I know it's YouTube. Just because YouTube, there's no reason to be an ass and to figure like you have to be rude because you're behind a computer screen. And especially coming at people, whether it's myself or people that make a comment, they definitely have a right to it, and you can disagree with it, but I'm not going to change the entire culture in one video, but how you present your argument definitely might decide whether or not how long your comment actually stays up on a video, and whether or not you take the time to write 2 paragraphs of something that's just completely rude to someone only to have it deleted and never seen again by anyone. But for those of you that have definitely participated in the forums and have been tolerant, I appreciate all your feedback, all the things that you guys do. A lot of new subscribers that are out there as well too. So we'll close with that. This is The Walking Dead, Negan Kills comments. Definitely as more comments start to surface, there's some funny ones that are out there right now. I'll post them, we'll talk about it, and it's going to be a long 6 months, so we got to do something to occupy ourselves. My name is Killshot. Thanks once again for watching. Give this video a thumbs up just because I put a lot of time into it. Thanks. Peace.